What's up, everybody, and welcome back to our podcast. But before we go any further, hit that subscribe button below to keep up with our latest content. On today's episode, we're going to talk about sex. Gotcha. No, we're not. But what we are going to talk about is something much more serious. Something that everyone has probably seen and that has a lot of people upset. The influx of illegal ATVs, dirt bikes, and reckless driving that is going on in our streets. The information I'm going to relay to you is going to be very general because the laws and policies differ from state to state, so one law enforcement department may handle this totally different than another. Also, there is way more to talk about on this subject than this episode has time for. But we can come back and continue the discussion at another time. Now, I received a call from my sister, furious over the lack of police intervention over these activities. She told me that she saw someone riding a wheelie right past the cop, and the cop did nothing. Now, I totally get it. The optics of this look terrible, and it doesn't look good. But as with most things, there's more to it than meets the eye. So I broke it down to her the way that I'm about to break it down to you. I said to her, do you think a police officer would blatantly ignore someone breaking the law right in front of them? To be fair to our police, we need to break down the components of this. First, there is the federal laws. Next, there are the state laws. And last, there is department policies and procedures. And let's not forget the court of public opinion. To break it down in simple terms, if someone is breaking a law, but is against your department's policies and procedures to enforce it, then you have to ignore it. Unless, you want to go against your department's policies and procedures and potentially get disciplined or even terminated from your job. Now, try explaining that one when you get home to your family. So I checked out what this city was doing, and they have a city ordinance that says it's illegal to operate illegal vehicles in the city, while at the same time having a do not chase policy in effect. That sounds kind of weird. Well, how are you going to catch them unless you find one dumb enough to hang around for you to arrest them? The rules and policies seem counterproductive, and to add insult to the injury, even if you catch them for violating the ordinance, there is no penalty attached to the ordinance. You see, there is a political and liability aspect to all of this. Cops getting kids killed on dirt bikes for breaking what the public will perceive as a minor traffic violation doesn't look good on the news, nor is it good for the city or state's checkbook. Not to mention a politician's image for election if they agree to this happening. Now, I know you're probably saying, why will the police come after me in a motor vehicle if I break the law, but not a person on a dirt bike or other vehicle that's illegal for the road? I don't know. Maybe because it's justifiable. I have no idea. But it is a damn good question I would like to get the answer to, and not the public response answer. If there's anyone out there that can give us some perspective on this, please do so in the comments. Now let's talk about the liability factors. If you were to hit one of these riders by accident, in most places they could still come after you for damages. Now, you probably wonder, why is that when they were operating an illegal vehicle illegally? These are all things that need to be re-examined in our laws because, face it, it's just not right. Now, no one should intentionally try to hurt any of these riders, but you shouldn't have to pay for their lack of judgment either. I know, I was a victim of this. Someone on an ATV ran into the back of my truck, and the handlebars on their ATV dented the back of the bed of my truck, and they took off, and that was the end of it. And that just left me stuck to foot the bill while they got off scot-free. You can imagine how I felt about that. On that note, we're going to end this segment here. Let us know your thoughts on this. Leave them in the comments. And again, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Be safe, and knees in the breeze.